Continue with the third section of the story, The Tiger King. Again, I'll give you a summary of the story. Children, this story, Tiger King, is a satire on the conceit of those in power. The Maharaja of Pratibandpuram is the hero of the story. When he was born, astrologers had foretold that he should beware of the tiger. Then Crown Prince Jung Jung Bahadur shouted, "Let tigers beware." The royal prince started hunting tigers when his state came into his hands. And at what age it happened, children? After he reached the age of 20. He killed all the 70 tigers of his state. Then he got married to a princess whose state had a large tiger population. 99 tiger skins adorned the walls of the Pratibandpuram palace. The hunt of the 100th tiger proved tricky and troublesome. Actually, the tiger fainted from shock on hearing the sound of the bullet. The king's bullet missed it. The hunters went to bring the tiger to palace. They found it alive and shot it dead. So the 100th tiger was shot by the hunters and not by the king. There was celebration on the Maharaja's son's third birthday. A rough wooden tiger was presented as a gift. So while playing with his son, a tiny silver pierced the Maharaja's right hand. Though he pulled it out, infection set in and the king died. So the 100th tiger, as told by the astrologers, they had foretold that he should beware of the tiger. So the 100th tiger took its final revenge. Thus, the Tiger King died. Okay, children. To start with, I'll go with the third part. So from that day onwards, it was celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting Pratibandpuram. So which day? Actually, he had killed one of the tiger and he went to the astrologer. Fine. So from that day onwards, it was a celebration time. Celebration time means time to enjoy. Inhabiting means living. So all the tigers, it was the time to enjoy. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. Actually, they passed the order that nobody is going to hunt tiger, only the Maharaja, he'll hunt the tiger. A proclamation. Proclamation means announcement. So an announcement was issued to the effect that if anyone dared to fling means throw, an announcement was made that you are not supposed to even throw a stone at a tiger, and in case if they do it, then all the property would be confiscated, means seized, that their property and wealth, they would take away their property and wealth, they would seize their property and wealth in case if you will throw a stone even. Maharaja vowed. Vowed means he took an oath. He took an oath that he would attend to all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. So he took an oath that he would attend all the matters of the state later on. His first priority is to kill 100 tigers. Initially, the king seemed well set to realize his ambition. Children, initially, what do you mean by initially? Initially means in the beginning. So, in the beginning, in the beginning, the king was well on course. Well set means well on course to realize, to achieve his ambition. Not that he faced no dangers. Children, he had to face so many of the dangers. He had to face the tough time as well. There were times when the bullet missed its mark. There was a time when he was not able to kill the tiger at once, like it missed, the bullet missed. Sometimes the bullet also missed. The tiger leapt upon him and he fought the beast with his bare hands. Leapt means jumped high, so, or a long way. So sometimes it happened that the tiger even jumped upon the Maharaja also. But he fought with the beast with his bare. Bare means unarmed. Unarmed. He was not at that time when the tiger jumped upon him. He was not carrying any of the arms, any of the weapons. Each time it was Maharaja who won. But in the end of the day, this fight, it was Maharaja who won the battle. At another time, he was in danger. At another time, he was in danger of losing his throne. Sometimes it happens, and at a time it came that his throne was in danger. How come? Actually, a British officer of a higher position, he visited Pratibandpuram. And that officer, he was very much fond of hunting tigers. Rather, he was more fond of means like, more interested. Fonder means more interested. So he was more interested of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. So that particular officer, British officer, he was very much interested of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. So as always, he wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandpuram also. Now what happened? In Pratibandpuram, Maharaja, he had passed an order that nobody would kill the tiger. He has passed, that announcement was made, that proclamation was made. Now, but the Maharaja was firm in his resolve. He was unwavering in his determination. Maharaja was unwavering in his determination. He had a strong determination that the tigers would be killed only by me. So he refused the permission. He said, I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt. You may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for a mosquito hunt even. But the tiger hunt, that's impossible. BOAR, boar means wild pig. Children, boar means wild pig. So he says, in case if you want any of the animal to hunt except the tiger, they are ready for it. But in case if you expect us to arrange a tiger hunt, then we will not agree for it. The British officer's secretary sent word to the Maharaja through the Diwan that the Durai himself did not have to kill the tiger. Now, Durai means the British officer. Durai. The British secretary sent word to the Maharaja, but the Diwan said the Durai. Durai means the British officer. So, now what happened was that the secretary, he sent the message to Maharaja through the Diwan of the Maharaja, that the British officer did not have to kill the tiger. The Maharaja could do the actual killing. He says that, okay, we are agreed. In case if you want, he would like to accompany that Maharaja, and Maharaja could do the actual killing. What was important to the Durai was a photograph of himself holding the gun and standing over the tiger's carcass. Children, carcass means the dead body of an animal. So the British officer, that secretary actually sent the message that the British officer is interested in holding the gun and standing over the dead body of the dead body of the tiger and being photographed. He just want a photograph with the tiger holding the gun and standing over the dead body of the tiger. But the Maharaja would not agree even to this proposal. He rejected the proposal. If he relented now, relented means relaxed. In case if he says that if he relaxed, if he gave the message, okay, then became less strong. Relented means became less strong. What would he do if other British officers turned up for tiger hunts? Actually, the Maharaja thought at this hour, he gave it a thought that in case if I gave the relaxation to the one British officer, then it might be possible that some other British officers, they turn up for the tiger hunt. Then at that time, what he would do? Now, the Maharaja and the Diwan held deliberations over this issue. Deliberations means consultations. They held consultation. They consulted each other. As a result, a telegram was dispatched forthwith. So they sent the telegram. They had a discussion and careful consideration over this problem, and then they sent the message at once. Forthwith means at once they sent the message to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. What was the message? Send samples of expensive diamond rings of different designs. They send the message that they require costly rings, diamond rings of different patterns. They require different diamond rings, expensive diamond rings rather, of different patterns. Then some 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent the whole lot to the British officer's good lady. Now what happened then? Then what did Maharaja do? He played a trick. He sent the rings to the officer's wife. Good lady means worthy wife. Then he sent all the rings to the worthy wife of the British officer. The king and the minister expected the Duraisani to choose one or two rings and send the rest back. Then Duraisani means the British lady. Duraisani means the British lady. So they expected that she would choose one or two rings, and then she would send the remaining one, and she would send the remaining one. Within no time at all, the Duraisani sent a reply. Thank you very much for your gifts. Now she sent the message that she is very much happy with the gifts, and she thanked Maharaja for the gifts. In 2 days, a bill of 3 lakh of rupees came from the British jewelers. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. Now, Maharaja was still happy. Actually, he thought, no doubt, that he had to pay 3 lakhs, but he would continue to have his kingdom. Retain means keep. Retain means to continue to have or to keep. So he was happy that no doubt he bore the loss of 3 lakh, but at least he managed to keep his kingdom. Now the fourth section. The Maharaja's tiger hunts continued to be highly successful. It was highly successful. Within 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers. He managed to kill 70 tigers within 10 years. And then an unforeseen hurdle brought his mission to a standstill. Unforeseen means unexpected, hurdle means difficulty. Mission means goal. So children, what happened was, An unexpected difficulty cropped up that became an obstacle in the goal which he targeted. It was a target to kill the tiger, so an unexpected hurdle turned up. The tiger population became extinct. Means the tiger, they were difficult to find the tiger now. It became extinct, less in the forests of Pratibandpuram. Who knows whether the tigers practiced birth control or committed harakiri? Harakiri means suicide. Harikiri. Children, birth control or committed harakiri. Harakiri means suicide. So, the population became extinct in the forests of Pratibandpuram. Now, he says that maybe they've adopted some of the birth control measures, or they did the suicide, or simply ran away from the state because they desired to be shot by British hands alone. Now, it is a comic factor in this paragraph. He says, maybe, the writer says, maybe the tigers, they have practiced birth control, or they had committed suicide, or they ran away from the state because they desired to be shot by British officers. Now, one day the Maharaja sent for the Diwan. Diwan Sahib, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by this gun of mine? Now, what happened one day? He sent the word to Diwan that he asked that don't you know that the 30 tigers, he had shot 70 tigers and 30 tigers are still remaining to be shot down by his gun. He asked, brandishing his gun. Brandishing means flourishing. So, brandishing means when we are waving a weapon. Brandishing his gun. Children, actually brandishing over here means waving his gun. Waving a weapon in an aggressive or threatening way. In a threatening way or in an aggressive way, when we wave or hold a weapon, that is called brandishing. So he waved his weapon and he held the weapon in a way that he said that he asked the Diwan that is he aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot. Shuddering at the sight. Shuddering means trembling. When he saw that he was waving a weapon in an aggressive way, the Diwan of the state, he trembled with fear. He was trembled with fear. He was trembled at the sight of the gun. So he cried out, Your Majesty, I am not a tiger. Which idiot would call you a tiger? No, and I am not a gun. Now, he says that I am not a tiger. He told the king that he is not a tiger. Then Maharaja said that who calls you a tiger? So he says, no, I am not a gun even. I am not even a gun. Then what happened? You are neither tiger nor gun. Actually, he was trembling with fear. So he said, no sir, I am not even a tiger, not even a gun. So the Maharaja said that you are neither a tiger nor gun. I summoned you here for different purpose. he said that I called you, I sent the message for you for some different purpose. I've decided to get married. Now he says that I had some other purpose that I have decided to get married. The Divan began to babble. Babble means when we talk in a quick and exciting way that is difficult to understand. When we babble, babble means to speak imperfectly. Small children, they babble. You know, when their speech is not clear, babble. When they talk in a quick and exciting way which is difficult to understand, so Divan, he started babbling. Your Majesty, I have 2 wives already. If I marry you now, he says, here is a comic factor. He says that I have 2 wives. He says uh, he told Maharaja that he had 2 wives, and how can I marry you? Then what did the Maharaja said? Don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? What I want is a tiger. He said that I don't want to marry you, Divan Sahab. I want a tiger. Your Majesty, please think it over. Your ancestors were married to the sword. So he said that your ancestor means your forefathers. They were married to the sword. If you marry the gun, a tiger king is more than enough for the state. It does not need a tiger queen as well. He said that the forefathers, they used to marry with the sword. And in case if you want to get married to a gun, then you can go ahead. He said that for this particular state, we want a tiger king. It is more than enough. We don't want a tiger queen as well. He said that we don't want the tiger queen as well. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. He laughed very loudly. I'm not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun. He said that I am not planning to marry a tiger or a gun, but a girl from the ranks. Ranks means upper class society. That I want to get married to a girl of a upper class society of human beings. First, you may drop the statistics of tiger population in the different native states. He said, okay, I'll get married to a girl only, but you scroll on, you search out, you draw up the statistics, you draw or draft the data of the tiger population in the nearby states. And next, what would you do? Then next you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of the state with large tiger population. So the Maharaja said that I want to get married to a girl of the state which has larger population, tiger population. The Divan followed his orders. He found the right girl from the state which possessed a large number of tigers. Now the Divan carried out the orders of the king, and he found the right girl. He found the girl. That state had a large number of tigers. Maharaja killed 5 or 6 tigers each time he visited his father-in-law. Whenever he visited his father-in-law, he used to kill 5 or 6 tigers. So in this way, 99 tiger skins grazed. Adorned means grazed, decorated. So in this way, 99 tiger skins decorated or grazed the walls of the reception hall in the Pratibandhpuram palace. So in this lesson, actually It is the lesson in which the Maharaja's entire life revolved around tiger hunting. After he wiped out the tiger population, he was adamant about finishing off the 100th tiger. This is all for today, and we would be doing part 5 tomorrow.